Hey everybody, how are you doing? I hope everyone has had a great Memorial Day. I, for one, have had a little bit of a break, a nice little rest from work, and pretty good. Feel a little recuperated, ready to do a little bit of work tomorrow. Do I want to? No. Am I ready? Yeah, I'd say so. Hey Astra, how you doing? So, I haven't done a live video in a while, or at least not on this channel. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Berry, and this channel is Matt Berry Matt Berry Tech. Honestly, I'm thinking about changing. I have a brand name that I've been working on the last couple weeks or so, and I'm about ready to pull the trigger on it and kind of rebrand this whole name. But anyways, this is where I like to talk tech and video stuff to you. And I have a little bit of a surprise. I love doing AI stuff when it comes out, and I haven't had a whole lot of time. But this weekend, I have. And there's been a new AI tool that has come out that has been super amazing. I've been trying it all weekend, and it's just really been fun. And that is Photoshop. You know, Photoshop, it's a verb. You know, just Photoshop that photo, would you, already? But Photoshop by Adobe has been around forever. I think before Photoshop, there was Corel Draw and stuff like that, but I'm really dating myself there. But Photoshop has been around for a long time. It has just been, you know, the go-to whenever you want to make any edits to photos. So with the explosion, of AI all over the place, it is important to realize that there's so many cool tools out there, so many cool tools, and you know, and it can be dangerous. Talk about like writing scripts and stuff like that with AI or taking people's jobs. It's just crazy, but it's how you use it. And for the most part, AI can be a very helpful tool. And for me, I typically will use it because there are times I'll have creative blocks. Or I'm shifting from one focus to the other and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to draft this. Or what would that email look like? If I were to draft up an email that said this, and this, how would that look like if I was being professional? Stuff like that. It's a really great, I find it as a great baseline to help you give some ideas, to break out of some creative blocks and whatnot. But man, with photos, it has just really exploded. But Photoshop came out with a new version, a beta version that includes artificial intelligence, generative AI. And what it does, for the most part, it's going to look at your picture. And if you want to add something to it, you want to expand your picture, you can do that. And it'll use artificial intelligence to fill in the gap, make it look realistic. Make a few changes. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? We're gonna go right into it. So I'm in the new version of Photoshop beta, and how you would get the Photoshop beta if you own Photoshop right now. Typically, they're all subscription services with Adobe, where you can get a subscription service for just Photoshop. Or, like me, have the Creative Cloud, which gives me access to all of the Adobe products. And whenever there's beta functionality that we could test out, you can get access to it right away. And just know, hey, it's in beta. Beta, there's always something a little off with it. I mean, no, they're just doing new things. So already I've uploaded into Photoshop a picture of Astra. And this is someone that, the person who took this photo, Ian, he goes to our dog park all the time. And he loves bringing his camera, and he takes pictures of all the photogenic dogs around. So I got this photo from him. He had posted it up on Instagram. I wanted to expand a little bit of it, but it was an Instagram photo. It was just a square. it was blurred in the background, which really looked good. But man, what if I wanted to expand out or change a little bit of it? And you can see, like over here, I've got some poles from the electrical lines and stuff like that. So it allows me right here to be able to select a subject. And if I just do that, you'll see it automatically traces an outline of Astra. How cool is that? And if I wanted to just say, oh yeah, you know what, let's leave Astra in the photo, but everything else, I want to change it. So I've technically created a mask here. Well, AI did it. Created a mask around Astra. And I'm going to invert this really quick, and I'm just going to click on the generative fill button, and I'm not going to give much of a prompt. I just want to see what it will give me. So we'll go ahead and generate. It'll take a little bit of time. Oh my goodness. Hey, and if you guys have ever tried any of these new AI tools out there, ChatGPT, Photoshop, wow, look what it did. It just went through and it totally changed out the background. Looks like it fits. And the cool thing about that is it will give me 3 different options that I could choose from. So we're gonna go option number 2, option number 3. Look at that. Nice blurred bokeh effect in the background. It just looked like it fits, right? It looks like it fits really, really, really nice. So I'm gonna undo this stuff and I'm just gonna go back to before. I'm gonna deselect this. I'm not gonna mask this out. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the photo. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit and I'm gonna use the crop tool. So by using the crop tool, I can expand the image or the canvas a little bit. So I'll take Astra and I'll just kind of move her like right about there. She's gonna fit like right smack dab in the center, okay? So what I could do is just say, hey, go ahead and fill it. I'm gonna go ahead and create a rectangle mask here. And what I'm gonna do right around, I'm gonna go ahead and put a rectangle like right in here, like frame it out a little bit. And I'll have some little gaps like on the edge of the photos you might see. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna invert it again, and when I invert it, the mask is basically a square. Like I'm putting that rectangle like right around Astra, and that's a mask. So if I wanna invert it, I'm gonna say everything but that rectangle is what I wanna mask. So I'm gonna invert that whole thing right there, which I'm creating a mask for everything here. Everything inside this rectangle will be left alone, but there's enough information on this photo, like right around here on the edges, that the AI will be able to figure out and add some stuff. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and click generative fill, and this is where I'd want to describe. Like if I wanted to try and describe maybe what this park is or whatever, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it blank, let it figure it out and generate. I'll switch it over and try this a little bit later, and be a little bit more verbose on what I want it to do. But let's just see what it does. Here we go. Wow. Oh my God. That just blew me away right there. That just blew me away. That is so cool. I can't believe with that little square and that little bit of information right here, it was able to generate all of that. So that's option number 1, which by the way, I'm just gonna say right now, that's pretty freaking cool. So option number two, and you can see like right here where there's obviously a human and a dog maybe, and it's all blurred out, but it makes everything else around it just fit. Like that looks really good too, but not as good as option number 1. Option number 2, and then option number 3. Whoa, that looks really cool. That is just really, 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 really great. So I got, starting from a square, it filled out all of this. All right, I'm just blown away. That's just incredible. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go and open up a new one here, and you know I'm going with my corgi theme, right? So here we go. I'm just gonna open up another one. This is Orbit. A little too zoomed in, but let's see what we can do with Orbit. I wish I had the whole body on him, but that's okay. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. That's on a Mac. It's Command minus, Command plus. Let's zoom in, zoom out. All right. So with this crop, I'm gonna expand out just a little bit, almost like what I did before. Since Orbit is cut off on that one corner, I'm gonna go ahead and fix him right here. I'll just go ahead and attach him to the corner. I will create another rectangular mask, and I'll block Orbit out right over here. And then I'm gonna invert it. Generative fill. Now this time I'm gonna fill something in. So I'm going to say on a grassy park near the ocean. I don't know. Let's see what it does with that. Anticipation, waiting for that. But that's not that long, honestly. All right, well, that looks okay. It filled it in. That looks not as stunning. Definitely not nearly as stunning as the one with Astra. That looks pretty good. I think it's just where Orbit's positioned. There's not a whole lot that can be done with that. But still, all of that's pretty good. I really like it a lot. So one thing I want to try is let's try something. I want a second. So let's try something with a bit more detail. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to create a prompt. I've got a Midjourney prompt that I created in ChatGPT. Oh, I can't even talk. That helps me create more detailed prompts that I can use in Midjourney, that we could create a photo and put something in here. So I did a couple earlier, but I'm gonna let's switch over. Let's switch over a little bit. I did a couple here. I was doing like Star Trek type theme. I have to do some voices for a pretend medical commercial by tomorrow. So I was trying to do some vibrant in Midjourney. I was trying to do some vibrant, making a pretend medical commercial for Astronasia. So I was helping ChatGPT rewrite that out, and I was coming up with a couple visuals that I could mess around with that. But anyways, let's switch back over to here we go. We're gonna go into I'm gonna go into my Midjourney prompt. So this one, I can typically what I've done on this prompt with ChatGPT is I've basically said, hey, look, pretend you are a very detailed photographer and creative designer. Basically, here's how you create prompts in Midjourney. But the key is to be very expressive, very detailed. And for me, I wanted to include specific aspect ratios and make things look as if I had a camera and I'm using specific lenses to be able to take some of the photos. So that's how I've made this out. So I'm going on space theme, I'm going to say, a massive space battle from a 1970s sci-fi space show. I should have just turned on dictation. It'd have been a little bit better than me typing. A massive space shuttle from a 1970s sci-fi space show with vibrant colors. We'll just do that. Okay, so a massive space battle from a 1970s sci-fi space show with vibrant colors, and I'm going to let the prompt do the rest. Let's see what it gives me. Prompt: a spectacular, intense, color-drenched depiction of a massive space battle drawn from a 1970s sci-fi television show. This dynamic scene thrives on a cosmic canvas filled with a myriad of spacecraft, both large and small, caught in high-stakes battle of laser fire, blah, 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 blah. And then you see me getting nerdy on quite a bunch of photographic details. So let's see how that goes. And I'm going to put this in Midjourney. So Midjourney, here's my prompt right here. Ooh, shoot, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, guys. God, when you do this stuff live. All right, so I'm going to create a prompt. I have that prompt that I copied from my ChatGPT prompt. So I'm going to always start it with a /imagine, and then I go ahead and put in my prompt. Now, with the addition of Midjourney, oh, that's right, I went ahead and made all of my settings. So I'm using Midjourney 5.1. Hold on a second. Boop. I'm using Midjourney 5.1, and I've also included the settings of RAW. So it's basically going to be more opinionated and just give a little bit more different. I'm curious. Let's see how it goes. So, with that being said, I should have just hit enter and gone because it takes a little while. But in the meantime, while we're waiting on this, it's going to give me 4 options. But these are some of the ones that I did earlier. And I was making this, a hyper-realistic, awe-inspiring image capturing a scene straight from a Star Trek episode. So I tried to get detailed and see if it would actually give me something that looked like the Enterprise and the Borg. I got more of the Borg cube than anything, especially on this one right here. But it's not bad. It really isn't bad. And then here's another attempt I did with that as well. But anyway, so that's the thing, is like, hey, you know, one thing is it will do is it will at least give me some detailed prompts that'll help me just prompt something, honestly. So it's best. That's how I relate. I'll use sci-fi. So whoa, all right, but that wasn't what I was expecting. But honestly, I kind of like it. Wow, that's kind of nice. Okay, so we got a lot of cool detail in here, and honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try a variation of this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. I'm gonna try a variation of number 2, and let's see what happens. So right up here, if I were to pick one and say, oh my God, I really, really, really like that. I don't want you to change it. I just want you to upscale it. I could click upscale number 2, and that's what it would do. But what I want to do is try a variety to give me a variety of something similar to this. Let's try it. It didn't take long to run that one, so this should work out pretty good. I always like that. It kind of gives you the opinion, and sometimes you might just go back and say, nope, I want that. Or if you could figure a way, after you're reading the prompt, if there's a way that you could kind of detail a little bit more. But honestly, for this example, I think it works out really well. Wow, look at that. That's the start of it. And you can see it's building up. It started at 0, and it kind of looked a little similar. Now it's at 55%. You'll start to see it kind of build in some of the detail to more resemble up here. So we'll wait. we'll wait. It's at 83%. It's cranking through these pretty fast, and I didn't hit fast. So let's look at this and see which one I like. Wow, that's just like right out of a comic book. All right, I'm gonna choose. I don't know. I like them all. I'm just gonna pick. Nope, that's what I'm gonna do. Nope. I changed my mind. I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna upscale number 2. Ba-doop. Come on. Upscaling image number 2. All right, so that's the one we're gonna go with. All right. I'm gonna save this image. I'm just gonna make this space battle version. We're just gonna version 1 because that's the only one I've downloaded. So, all right, so we're working with this picture. So I'm gonna go back into Photoshop. Hey Orbit, how's it going? You look so cute, dude. All right, I'm gonna open up Space Battle version 1. Hope you guys can see this okay. Here we go. Let's make Photoshop full screen. All right, so, all right, look what we got here, right? So what I'm gonna do with this, guys, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make the canvas bigger, and I'm gonna have Photoshop fill everything else in, okay? All right, okay. No, we don't need Finder, stop it. I'm just getting a little click happy today. All right, so let's, I'm gonna take this to 30% to give me a little room to work with. I'm gonna take my little AI station and just kind of pin it right up here. You can pin the bar up on the top so it gets it out of the way. So in Photoshop, we're gonna go into the crop tool, and then I'm going to expand it out. I'm gonna make it freaking huge. All right, so let's just go and do a test of this, all right? I'm just gonna go ahead and put this big old space battle right in the center of this canvas. So what I'm gonna do is take a marquee tool. I'm gonna make a rectangle, and I'm gonna create a mask. Remember we talked about this earlier, right? I'm creating a mask, a little rectangle mask. Everything's in the box. So what I'm gonna do is just say, and we could be more detailed, but this is just going basic, all right? So I'm gonna invert it. Inverting it takes the mask for everything around here, and we're gonna change everything except for what is in here. So now, with a click, we're gonna click on Generative Fill. I'm not gonna elaborate. I'm just gonna let it do its job. This is kind of fun. I need to do these a little more often. Come on. Holy crap, that is something else. All right, that is, all right, it's kind of hard to you get a little lost in here, right? All right, so let's try and zoom in here. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot. You know what? I'm gonna change this up. All right. I just had a thought. Let's do some. You know what? That was kind of crazy. There was a lot going on there. Let me see if I can change things up a little bit. Let's go back into Discord. Let's see what happens with this. I'm gonna upscale number 1. Let's see what happens. All right, upscaled number 1. I'm gonna save that image. We're just gonna space battle version 1. Version 2. All right, let's go back into Photoshop. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. All right, can I just insert an image? Let's go into Finder. Not going to recents, we're going to downloads, and we're going to Space Battle version 2. Boop. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna put, oh yeah. All right, wait a second. All right, I appreciate you guys letting me do this on the fly. Not that you have a choice. If you're watching, you're watching. All right, so I'm gonna put that there, okay? And then I'm gonna put that a little closer. Nope. I'm gonna line it up just like that. I'm now gonna take this. I'm just gonna see if it'll fill it. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Ba-doop. I don't know. Will it just fill it? I am recording this, so that way later on if I need to cut this thing out. But I'm just really curious. Oh yeah, that's awful. Oh, whoa. Nah, that's not gonna work. Okay, so let me do this. God. Oh. Burp. Let me just see if it'll fill it in from there. Generative fill. Oh wow, did you guys see what it just did? It totally expanded that out. Wow. Okay, well let's see. Will it do more? I'm just curious. I'm curious what it'll build. Oh no, just generate. Sometimes when you play with this stuff, you're really surprised what you get. Okay, it filled a little bit. Did you see that artifact down there? That's neat. All right. Let's see if we can select this and move. Can I move? Whoop, whoop. I'm like, whoop, whoop. All right, let's see what it does. Can I fill in this gap? No. Escape. There we go. Let's fill this in. Let's see if it'll do that. Generative fill that little small gap. Got it. I know it wants me to put in words. Fill in the gap. But I'm curious what it does there. It almost looks like a signature or something down there. That's just kind of weird why it would just put that in there. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Look, see? Gap. But on the third one, it actually filled it. And that's not bad. It almost looks like two separate images. All right. This is not going the way that I thought, but let me try. Let's see what happens. I'm just gonna. All right, I'm mixing the two here. You ready? I think that's a good enough sample. All right, let's see. Generative fill. I mean, nothing else. This part definitely expanded out more, and it definitely flows. Because this part here, it was, whoa. Wow, okay. That's kind of cool. You know what? That's a little similar to what we had on the massive one. Whoa, look at that. And that's a little bit of a truncated one. I mean, it's a hodgepodge of stuff, but it's interesting. All right. I'm gonna try one more. Oh, let me just do this. I'm gonna go back into Discord, and let's give me this. I'm gonna do a variation of 4. I'm gonna do a variation. So, anyways, while I wait. It is definitely a waiting game, some of these sometimes. It's hard to do it live when you're trying to wait for AI to work. We've got something coming. Hold on. All right, here's the beginnings of this one. This is version 4. Almost looks like a ship in the background, something like that. I'm digging it, whatever it is. 83%. We're almost there. We go. Look at that. All right, so look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna say I kind of like this one, but I think I like this one. That's a little bent and weird. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna upscale 3. All right, come on 3. Here we go. Boop. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, and then so this is just gonna be Space Battle V3. All right, and then we'll get into Photoshop. Pop open Finder. Bump, 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 version 3. Let's just drop that right down here. It definitely doesn't make sense over there. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna do this. Put it right over here. Just go and take my mask. Burp, 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 burp. Generative fill. Let's have it fill it up there. Let's see what we get. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Whoa, look at that one. That's weird. Burp. Option number 1, option number 2, option number 3. That looks the best, I would say. All right. Let's see what happens let's see if we can drag it down a little bit. Too bad I can't like animate this. Well, I'm sure I probably could. All right, let's fill the bottom. Generative fill, generate. Generate. I mean, this is going to be some weird ass sci-fi art, but oh look, it doesn't fill it in the bottom. It's not dropping it or taking it a little bit lower. All right. All right, let's just go wild. Let's just go wild. We're gonna go over here and let's just see if it'll fill it out just from not saying anything. I don't think it is. For whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to want to go anywhere below that, but we'll just see. And they're definitely weird because I've got 3 distinct different images. Whoa, I was not expecting it to fill it out. So, yeah, that's some really weird abstract art. But I created this. Oh my God, the center one, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, that one doesn't even resemble this one, and this one doesn't even resemble the original. This does, definitely. And then option 3. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? If anybody actually looks at this, do you like option number 3, option number 1, option number option number 1, option number 2, option number 3? Honestly, I think I'm kind of torn with that. But that's some yeah, really weird art. So I'm just gonna say that was kind of neat. So not only can you take a smaller photo, like for instance, the one of Astra, where it started off as just a square, and then I was able to expand it and make it a larger picture that I could actually do something with. That's kind of nice. So the other thing, I was able to take ChatGPT, create some Midjourney prompts, created some weird ass, vibrant sci-fi images, and I was able to take those on a larger canvas in Photoshop and had it create some really weird images. So I'm not going to say that's perfect. It was abstract. So, but it is definitely worth trying out and experimenting and seeing what works best. But as far as doing a photo, like taking a small photo and expanding it out, or you could even add some objects on there as well. It's definitely worth testing out. So if you have an opportunity to get in and try the new Photoshop beta, definitely give it a try. But as far as artificial intelligence tools, with all the stuff that's come out this year, ChatGPT, Midjourney, all kinds of different video and graphic tools to help you, whether you're trying to write or create art. Artificial intelligence is definitely here to stay, and it's growing. So what are your thoughts on it? Everybody have an amazing day. I hope you had an awesome Memorial Day, but always have an awesome one. See you later. Comment below. Bye, guys.